Hello, I'm Joe Fleischman, Executive Chef, Food Production Manager at Emeritus Medical Center in Hagerstown, Maryland. I get the question all the time, Chef Joe, what do you like to make? Well, depending on the day, I like to make all kinds of different stuff, but one of the things that I really love to make are fish tacos. You're hearing a lot more about it. It's been a big West Coast thing, San Diego area, Washington State, Oregon for quite some time. Migrating its way to the East Coast, some of the larger cities, you'll find them around here in our geographic area. You don't see them a whole lot, but you will. They're wildly popular again on the West Coast, and once you try them and make them, you'll want to make them once or twice a week because they're just delicious. And they're only limited by your imagination. You can do all kinds of different things with these. Traditionally, the fish you use would be battered and fried. We're going to cut some calories and some fat out of that, and we're going to saute our fish. There's a couple different things that you can do to keep that taste and that flavor there. We're going to show you that here in just a minute, but let's begin. We're going to start with the most important ingredient we have, and we're going to use a cod loin. Traditionally, they're made with anything from mahi to salmon to you name it, pretty much any kind of fish. People are using shrimp, scallops, you can do lobster. Again, it's only limited by your imagination. I prefer a nice cod, simply because it's a very mild fish. It doesn't overwhelm the taco. It holds itself very well in the saute pan, and it's just a wonderful flaky fish, very good for this application. So I have 2 pieces of cod here. Again, these are readily available in any grocery store here in our area. And I'm simply going to put them into chunks. I'm going to cut each of the loins in half, and I'm going to cut them in approximately ½ inch dice. You can go a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, depending on how you like it, but I found that ½ inch dice is pretty good. It'll cook nice and evenly. I'm going to move those to the side. And again, I'm going to do the same thing with the second loin. Doing about 2 ounces, give or take, of fish per taco. These loins were about 4 ounces each, so you know there's going to be enough for 3-4 orders of tacos here. We're going to make a quick marinade for our fish. We're going to use a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning, and a little bit of cumin. When I say a little bit, these are probably teaspoons. We're going to simply mix that together. We're going to add our fish. We're going to toss it around gently. Okay, it's well coated with our spices. We are going to take a lime. We're going to juice it. Simply rub it on your cutting board. Make it nice and squishy inside. Cut it halfway through with your knife. Right through your hand. Okay, we're going to reserve that lime for a little bit later, and we're going to continue to toss our fish in our seasoning. You could refrigerate this for 10-20 minutes, up to a half hour. You don't want to do it too long. It will overpower the fish. I found 10 or 20 minutes is just fine. Or you can go straight into the saute pan, which is what we're going to do here. We're going to turn our saute pan on medium-high heat. And we're going to begin to preheat that with about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Put that off to the side. Meanwhile, we're going to begin to go over some of the other ingredients for our tacos. We're going to have a little bit of a red onion and tomato salad we're going to put on the side of the tacos. We're going to have some jalapenos, some fresh cilantro, a little bit of sauce we're going to make with fat-free mayonnaise and a commercially available salsa, and some cabbage. Really very simple. The key thing about this dish, or any type of fish taco you're going to make, is freshness. The fresher the ingredient, the better your taco is going to be. It's all about big, bold flavors from the cilantro, the lime, the jalapeno, and all those things working together nice and fresh are really going to make this dish wonderful. We are going to do something a little sneaky here. We're going to cut up a little bit of a jalapeno into rings. We're going to add them to our saute pan with our olive oil. And we're going to toss them around just for a couple seconds in there. That's going to really give a nice little bite or a little kick to that oil that we're going to saute our fish in. It's going to be really nice. You're going to get it in the very back of your tongue. It's just a wonderful little addition. We will also cut up some of those fresh jalapenos and put them on the side, but I found this is a nice way to kind of get that jalapeno flavor infused into the fish. Okay, you only need a couple minutes in there. We're going to remove those. If you have a seed or two left in there, not a big deal. We are going to add our fish to our saute pan, and we're going to cook that over medium heat, medium-high heat, until it's nice and brown and seared on the outside, opaque and cooked all the way through. Move our bowl. Meanwhile, we're going to begin to do some of our prep work for our items that we're going to put on top of our tacos. Again, we have fresh jalapenos, we have fresh cilantro, lime. We also have some cabbage that we're going to make a quick slaw out of. I actually probably can't call it a slaw because we're technically not really going to dress this slaw, so to speak, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. What we are going to do is remove the core. We simply cut it out with a notch. Using that notch that we used, we're going to cut our cabbage in half. We'll remove this half because we won't need him. A little bit of cabbage. The great thing about cabbage, one, it's crunchy. Two, it's very fresh. And three, a little bit of cabbage goes a really long way. We're going to cut that into a quarter. We're simply going to shave down the side of this cabbage. We're going to make 2 tacos per order here today, so we're going to do, again, 2. That's enough cabbage for the 2. You want it to be cut a little bit on the thin side. That way it's nice and crunchy, not too woody whenever you have it on your taco. We're going to remove the rest of this cabbage. We're going to do a little bit of our jalapeno since it's here. The seeds are the hottest part in any pepper. As you can see, there are seeds in there. I'm simply going to poke out the seeds in the center, give it a nice little shake, and you're pretty much seeded. The spice level's up to you. If you enjoy spice, leave the seeds in there. If you don't enjoy spice so much, take them out as we're doing here today. Very important tip, whenever you're done working with your jalapeno pepper or any other pepper for that matter, make sure you wash your fingers. You don't want to get your hands anywhere near your eyes. It will burn. We're going to take a quick break. Our fish is cooking nicely. When we come back, we're going to finish our cold ingredients, get everything plated up. Stay tuned.